Good morning and welcome to day one of the third annual WSOP Daily Spaces coverage. I'm Sherry Pluskota, aka Peaches, and I'll be your host. And welcome. ASG is my co host this morning, and some other folks will be coming and going as the day goes on. Hey, ASG,
Hello.
how are you this morning?
All right. Yeah, not much to report.
No worries, buddy. No worries. We're going to get started. And Maureen, if you'd like to join the panel, I'm going to send you a microphone, but you don't have to if you don't want to. You may be busy, but you are more than welcome to join the panel. Many thanks to Elevator Results, who has been my sponsor for going on 3 years of that relationship. If you need a tailor made workout plan to help you lose weight or gain weight, Elevator Results can design that plan. Follow them on Twitter or check out their site at elevatorresultspt.com. Don't forget the not fifth annual, excuse me. I'm trying to do too much. Slow down, Sherry. Don't forget the fifth official Spaces Meetup game is 6/21. That's June 21st at the Bellagio Poker Room at 1 p.m. It is a 1-3 no limit cash game, although if your table decides to play a different game, that is fine. You guys can figure it out in real time. Many thanks to Sean McCormick and the entire crew at the Bellagio. We appreciate them hosting us. Don't forget there will be free pizza. And of course, a shark trophy in Wolfie's honor is up for grabs. We will also have some awesome Splash the Pot items, which we'll go over as we get closer to that event. We have some pretty cool things thus far, though. If you'd like to donate, please reach out to me and let me know. That'll be great. Come one, come all. That's June 21st at 1 p.m. at the Bellagio. Please be reminded that we will always try to give the most updated and accurate information possible. But we are human and information is always fluid in the poker world. So please double check all and any information we provide to ensure yourself the best experience possible. And please correct us when we're wrong because we do want to disseminate the correct information. I promise we won't be offended if you come up with a correction. We appreciate it. The draft for the 25K Poker Fantasy League is today, which I'm really excited about, which means my OD Baker team will be drafted here in the next couple of days. There's 10 of us that are drafting an ODB Baker team. So I'm excited about that opportunity and that sweat this summer. Just for my team members, an update, Brian was not unable to take care of meeting OD with our payout. So I have worked out a different plan and we will get that taken care of as soon as we draft a team, then we will get it paid for. Just an FYI for those that are involved with that.
And also, just a reminder, anybody can make their own team and enter in the poker.org free roll.
Yes, and I highly recommend everybody do it because the main event seat is up for grabs. It's free of charge. Poker.org has all the details, and they are the ones that are doing it. So definitely head over to their site and get signed up for a fantasy league team of your own. And it's free of charge, which is awesome. You got to give kudos to poker.org. They're always trying to do some fun and innovative things and they always are trying to keep us informed. So kudos to them. Thanks for reminding us of that, ASG. Let's not forget the WSOP is from May 27th through June 16th. Main event kicks off July 2nd and it goes through July 16th. Also, Ladies Week is June 22nd through the 28th, and the WSOP Ladies warm up event is June 24th at 6 p.m., and that is a $150 buy-in. And the reason why I single out that tournament to talk about is because it's not on the normal, so to speak, WSOP schedule. It's under the deep stack schedule at the very bottom So unless you know it's there, you're probably not going to find it. So I just kind of want to keep reminding people of that event that is on June 24th at 6 p.m. It's a $150 buy-in. Also, John Sunudo's Celebration of Life is going to be June 15th. I have no updated information as far as the where is it going to be or the time or whatever. So as soon as I get that, of course, I will get that information to you. Just a little fun fact about the 2025 WSOP. If you were to play one bullet in every event, it would cost you $1,095,956 to play one bullet in all of the events. I'm thinking if I had the 1,095,000, I would probably not be doing that. But what do I know? Would kind of be fun if somebody like Bill Perkins or somebody would actually do that. Try to fire a bullet into every. That would be a world record, wouldn't it, ASG?
You'd almost have to try to not cash because if you bagged, it would hurt your ability to play every event.
They would be nuts. Like I don't think you could even schedule it. Like you would probably be running around to three tables at once or something. I don't even know. I haven't thought this through, but anyway, that is a little crazy to
Yeah,
think about.
especially this year. Now, if you make the final three tables, you're not allowed to use your phone. So,
Oh my god!
you couldn't play in an online event or something if you make it
Right?
too
And
far.
you can't even check where your other table is. Like, yeah, yeah, where they're at in the process. Oh, yeah, interesting to think about. Like, you couldn't even check the clock of another table, another event you're in because you can't have your phone out. So, yeah, that would be an interesting feat for sure. Something to think about. If somebody wants
Yeah.
to come up with a game plan for
If
that,
anybody does
let
it,
us
I
know.
am not buying their action.
So noted. ASG says not for him. No way. This is your annual daily reminder. Be sure to take a picture where you park your car, the spot and floor number. Also, take a picture of your chip stack when you leave your poker table for a break or otherwise. And also take a picture of your table number so you know what table to go back to. Maybe you change tables two or three times. Don't take a picture of the dealer because the dealer rotates. So take a picture of the table numbers. So those are your reminders of some must-have pictures that'll make your life so much easier when it's 4 o'clock in the morning and you're trying to go home or back to your hotel and you're like, where did I park? What floor was that on? So if you have a picture of that, all you gotta do is pull up the picture and you're on your merry way instead of stopping at every floor and checking if your car is parked on that floor, which, I may or may not have allegedly had to do that in the past. So, anyway, take some pictures, folks, and make your life easier. Don't forget to download the WSOP app. Everybody has to have it. This is a must have. You have no choice because whether you choose to pay for your registrations through that app or not, you have to have it for your seat assignments. So go ahead and download it now. Be prepared. I will tell you that the one of the things they're selling us on about this app, and even the kiosks last year, is you're not going to have to wait in line. Register through the app. Well, then the first thing you have to do when you get to the WSOP is go wait in a line for verification. So there's that. And you're going to have to do that verification process every year. It's not a one-time thing. It's going to be every year. You're going to go through that verification process. And what I saw on Twitter, people, and even on Facebook posting about the line was no joy to be in last night. And even as 11 o'clock approached, some employees came out to the people toward the back of the line saying, you may as well just leave now because they're closing shortly and you're probably not going to make it in. So just come back tomorrow, which I don't think would probably go over too well if I had been standing there half an hour or 45 minutes. I mean, I don't think I would have been too happy, right? And, so just plan accordingly and, try to be proactive about it. Know that that process is being moved into player services inside the Paris Convention Center today. Before today, it was at the cage, and I guess they only had like 3 employees working it. Um, and so it's very long line and very lengthy process as far as the line was concerned. Once you got to the window, my understanding was it wasn't a bet, wasn't but a couple of minutes. But that window, or sorry, that player services verification will be open starting today, 22 and a half hours per day. It will be closed from 5 a.m. to 6:30 a.m. Otherwise, the other 22 and a half hours per day, that verification line will be open. And if I'd have to say one thing to the powers that be at the WSOP that they continue to miss the mark on is having enough cashiers, having enough people working the lines. In this case, the verification line, they had 3 people. You have thousands of people who come get verified, and you have 3 people working the line. Come on, WSOP. Come on. You should have no less than 10 people working a registration line, no less than 10 people working a verification line. And same thing with the payout line, no less than 10 people working the payout line. These are, to me, the biggest place to improve is having more folks servicing the lines. So that's my 2 cents. I'm getting off my soapbox now. You have anything to add to any of that, ASG?
No, hopefully after the first week or so, the line will get better until the main. But yeah, definitely could use improvement.
Yeah. Um, you know, it's your first line of defense, and it's starting out everybody's experience negatively or positively. I don't know. Anyway, that's my 2 cents for what it's worth. Yesterday, as a group, we put together a list of items that we think folks should, especially the new timers, um, consider putting in their backpacks when they come to play the WSOP or any of the summer camp events, at the Aria, the Nugget, Orleans, wherever, Venetian, the Wynn, in your backpack. Here's your supply list. This is from what we talked about yesterday. So it's just a recap, and hopefully it'll make your experience a better one. So we decided you should take a phone charger, some snacks like jerky and bananas and pecans, your glasses, liquid IV, water, Gatorade, Advil, napkins or wipes, sanitizers for those germ phobes out there, whiskey, edibles, weed, shroom gummies, a hoodie, and a lighter. So we could tell this bunch was a bunch of partiers from that discussion and the one about dispensaries yesterday. And if you missed it, please go back and listen to it because it was quite a fun conversation about dispensaries yesterday, as well as other topics. And I'm going to put the list of dispensaries in the chat here in a minute so that folks will know what we talked about yesterday. Kind of a recap. So if they didn't have a chance to write them down, we will put it in the chat in just a moment. So, I'm not Brad. Sorry, I'm trying to read something and talk at the same time. It never works out well here in Spaces for me. I truly can only do one thing at a time, and I don't know why I try to challenge myself to do differently. ASG, did you have anything you wanted to bring up at this point?
Nope.
Perfect. Okay, let's move on to what's going on around town. Um, and I'm going to say that I stumbled across something yesterday that I was really kind of excited about. Did you know that the Mandolin Bay is running satellites for the Aria Poker Classic?
I didn't even know the Mandalay Bay had a poker room.
I was so surprised that they're running satellites. I'm like, yes, this is a fabulous idea. So today they're running a $160 satellite at 5 p.m. You get a 10K starting stack, and there's a 5 seat guarantee into the $1,100 no limit mystery bounty. And they're going to do that every day or night before an event that is $1,600 or more in buy-in amount. I love that. So kudos to the folks over at the Aria and MGM properties for coming up with the Mandolin Bay satellite angle. I love this, people. All right, let's pull out what else is going on around town. We're going to start out with the WSOP event number 1. Dun, 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 dun. The Mystery Millions Flight 1A starts today at 12 p.m. It's a 1K guarantee, and on the website, it showed that there are 121 registered, and that was at 7:34 a.m. this morning. We also have event 101, which is a $135 warm-up event to the Mystery Millions No Limit tournament, and it is at 12 p.m. At the time I looked it up, there were 0 registrations. At 1 p.m. is event number 102, the Daily Deep Stack, with a $250 buy-in. Then at 2 p.m. is event number 2, the $500 Industry Employees No Limit Day 1. That's at 2 p.m. and they already had 98 registrants. Event 103 will take place at 3 p.m. That's a $240 no limit landmark satellite. And there were 0 registrations at the time I looked it up this morning. Event number 105, Daily Deep Stack, $400 buy-in, 4 p.m. Also 0 registrations at the time I looked it up this morning. Event number 104, $240 warm-up to the Mystery Millions, no limit, 4 p.m. And that is had 0 registrants at the time I looked it up this morning. Event number 106, a $580 no limit landmark satellite at 7 p.m. this evening. All those are over at the WSOP. Don't miss out. Now, let me pull up what we have going at the Wynn today. At 11 o'clock is their $1,100 no limit with a $1.5 million guarantee. Then at 1900 hours is their No Limit Turbo, which is also a $1,100 buy-in. Same tournament, that will be Flight 1F. Over at the Venetian at 1110 is a No Limit Tournament, $600 buy-in, 50K guarantee. Then at 1210 is a PLO tournament, $600 buy-in, 30K guarantee. Then at 1400 hours or 2 p.m. is their 08 day 2. So good luck to those folks. Over at the MGM Grand today, there's a 10 o'clock no limit $250 buy-in, 1K guarantee. At 2 p.m. is an
I think that's a
08.
10K.
Say that again?
I think that's a 10K guarantee.
Oh, so you think it's a typo?
I don't know. The one I'm looking at says 10K.
Okay, because this I actually printed off of Kenny's what do you call it? Kenny's spreadsheet. So can you look on poker.org
Okay.
and let's just triple check that.
Okay, we'll do.
Okay, at 2 o'clock is their 08 $600 with a 40K guarantee. At 1800 hours is their no limit bounty, which is $50 bounties, $250 buy-in, 10K guarantee. And at 2100 hours is their no limit $150 buy-in with a 3K guarantee. So it probably is a 10K guarantee looking at their other guarantees.
Yeah, I'm looking at their Moneymaker Tour schedule, and I see for today, I see a 10K, a 40K, a 10K, and a 3K.
Perfect. Thank you for that correction. And if I remember, I'll try to send, or Maureen, if you don't mind, if you can send Kenny a note, a DM telling him, let me look on tomorrow's if it's corrected. Oh, they don't have one tomorrow. Well, anyway, maybe it's not important. It may have just been today's schedule. So anyway, thank you. Appreciate you. Over at the Orleans today at 11 o'clock is their horse tournament. $600 buy-in, 50K guarantee. 1600 hours or 4 o'clock is their no limit survivor tournament. It's a 2K, um, a survivor 2K, $230 buy-in, 15K guarantee. And then at 6 p.m. is our no limit $200 buy in, 15K guarantee. 2,200 hours is their no limit survivor. Survivor is $125 buy in with a $1,500 guarantee. Over at the Golden Nugget at 11
Wait, sorry,
o'clock
what did you just
is
say on that one?
it's a 2,200 hours survivor, $125 buy in,
Okay.
1500.
Sorry, I thought you said something else, so I was just making sure you said $125 buy.
Yep, $125 buy in, $1,500 guarantee. Over at the Nugget today at 11 o'clock is the no limit $400 buy-in, 2,500. I'm sorry, 25,000 guarantee. At 4 o'clock is the no limit tournament, $120 buy-in, 5K guarantee. 1,700 hours is the no mix tournament, $250 buy-in, 10K guarantee. And then at 1,800 hours is a no limit tournament. It's a $200 buy-in with a 20K guarantee. That's what's going on at the Nugget. Hey, Isaac, I'm trying to get you up here. Let's try it again, Isaac. Isaac, good morning.
Jesus, what's up with X lately?
I don't know, but it's getting me
I've had to
scared because
restart X like 4 or 5 times.
I know. And it's getting me scared. I'm almost afraid. Normally, while I'm hosting, while someone else is text or talking, I may try to look something up real quick. And honestly, after yesterday, I'm so gun shy to get off of this screen because it kicked me out yesterday. And I'm like, the whole thing will die if I get booted. And so I'm afraid to even leave this screen, quite honestly. So if you're DMing me and have my phone number, just send me a text message versus a message on this app because I really don't want to leave this screen to go anywhere else. But if you text message me on my phone, then it'll pop up at the top of my screen and I'll be able to see your text message. So just a little FYI, people. Um, Isaac, you got some tournaments around town you want to tell us about?
Yeah, yeah. Here,
Can
let me
I,
pull up my
yes,
notes for the
while
day.
he's pulling up that note, I know I'll be talking about this a different day,
Yep,
but on the egregious ones, I gotta say something.
go ahead.
So the Nugget, their quote unquote bankroll builder, which is the $120 5K guarantee,
All right.
the rate is 25.8%.
Yeah, and just for those that may not know, the Nugget typically has the highest rate of all places around town. So just keep that in your data bank. And I'm going to tell you, I go and play at the Nugget, and I know the rake is high, but they just have some tournaments that I'm like, I can't live without. I'm going to play at the Nugget. So it is a choice, and but we want you to make informed choices. We want you to have that information. So when you're choosing a tournament, you know what the rake is, and you're not surprised and you are choosing it because you have all the information in front of you. So appreciate you, ASG, for
And
bringing that
yeah,
up.
I mean, and
That's
just
wild, ASG. 25%?
yeah,
Yep.
so compare that to their $400 tournament earlier in the day is a 14% rate. So,
Yep.
There you go. There you go. That's beatable.
so like, it's definitely, they are using the fact that they can't get, so since the rake is, a dollar amount, if they take the same amount off of a larger buy or a similar amount off of a larger buy-in tournament, it's actually, it's a smaller percentage, etc.
Right.
So if you have a $400 tournament, it says $344 goes into the prize pool and $56 is withheld for admin, as opposed to you go to a $200 tournament. So $400 tournament, $56 for admin. $200 tournament, for example, $45 for admin. So you're not deducting that much, even though the buy-ins half as much, so your rate just jumps up dramatically in terms of percentage.
It's crazy. But we want buyers beware.
So so
That
the
$120
yeah.
tournament sounds great to a newbie, right? Oh, I can
So
go
it
over.
says for the $120, 89 goes into the prize pool, 31 is withheld for house administration staff via promotion.
Mhm.
So yeah, just take that to and when you think about what to go into, and
All
also
right.
you know your option. But part of the reason why they take so much out is for administration and what they say is staff fees. So um, and a lot of tournaments have been like this lately, where they deduct for staff. I'm not saying you absolutely shouldn't tip. I'm just saying it's highly factored into your rate percentage already.
Right. Right. And those $120 tournaments, $125 tournaments, $150 tournaments really appeal to people that are coming to summer camp for the first time, or people that are coming for the 10th time but their budget is tight, or um they prefer to play a lower buy-in, whatever, it's their choice. But we just want to keep people informed that when you're going to some of those lower buy-ins, the rakes can be absolutely ridiculous.
And to be on their nice side, I'll also say with that $120 tournament, though, besides being a 5K guarantee, it says the top two finishers get an additional $500 plus a seat to the $500,000 championship main event later in the summer.
Oh, nice. Nice. So at least some of that rake is going right back into it, or are they taking that out of the prize pool? We know the
Uh,
answer to that.
no comment. It looks like it's taken out of probably some kind of promotional poker money more than the prize
Yeah,
pool. I don't think it's
right.
taken out directly out of the, like, I don't think they take a buy-in out of the prize pool and do that. But
Right. No, I agree. I was just being facetious, honestly, you guys. Okay. Poor Isaac is having an issue with X. Isaac, I just sent you a co host. Maybe that'll help with the issue. Let's try this again. See if becoming a co host will. All right, Isaac, are you there?
I hope it's holding. Can you hear me?
Yes. Okay. Maybe being a co
Awesome.
host will anchor you into this space and tell Twitter to bugger off for a few minutes at
My
least.
goodness.
okay, and then
Yeah.
sorry, just to finish,
Seriously.
the top two finishers in the $400 Nugget event at 11 will receive a seat to the $1 million guarantee event number 86 later in the summer as well.
Nice. That's awesome. I love that. Thank you for letting us know that. Isaac, you weren't in here earlier when I was talking about Mandolin Bay is hosting satellite events for the Aria Poker Classic.
Interesting.
Yeah, so like tonight, they're going to have a $160 satellite at 5 p.m. There's 5 seat guarantee into the $1,100 bounty, no limit bounty tomorrow.
Ooh, man. The things and right now there's a Bitcoin conference over there, so there's a lot of people in the space that are actually in Vegas this week.
I
It's one of
love it.
those things. I'm gonna feel the FOMO for sure. Last night I fell asleep listening to Dara's ebook about satellites. So
Satellites, yeah.
yeah, I'm gonna be falling asleep to that one for the next month. See how
I
much it
love it.
actually sticks. We'll
All
find out
right, now
soon.
tell us what poker you're going to cover in town
I got
today.
I got Westgate, Planet
All
Hollywood,
right.
and Red Rock. Okay, so let's start with Westgate. Westgate has a 12 p.m. and 3 p.m. $45 buy-in, no limit hold'em tournament. They have a 7 p.m. $65 buy-in, no limit hold'em tournament, and they have a 9 p.m. $60 buy-in, no limit hold'em tournament as well. Additionally, they host the 3 p.m. Lazy Pineapple tournament with a $45 buy-in For those who don't know, lazy pineapple players are dealt three cards and must discard one after the flop. Um, Now
And
moving
let me
on.
just tell you that I played it for the first time the last time I was in Vegas in December, and it was a lot of fun. And if I
Didn't you
can
win?
brag, yeah, I was going
Didn't
to
you
say,
win?
and if I can brag for a minute, I actually won the tournament. But anyway, it is a fun game. And the guy, just told me when I walked up, I was like, "What? How do you play this?" He told me, and I sat down. So, if you play poker, it's not hard to adjust to the rules. Believe me. Go ahead.
Yeah, no, totally. I remember when we played over at the Sahara, and they had crazy pineapple. That was fun. I had
Yes.
never played it besides that day, and I made it pretty far until I punted my stack off to Caitlin. But it was fun. It was definitely
Yes.
a fun variation on the game. All right, so moving on, I have Planet Hollywood. All right, so for Planet Hollywood, they're doing four daily no limit hold'em tournaments at 10 a.m., 2 p.m., 6 p.m., and 10 p.m. Each tournament has a $100 buy-in and offers a starting stack of 20,000 chips. These
Love
events
it.
are held in a dedicated tournament area separate from the main poker room. And then finally, I found out about Red Rock. So for Red Rock, they host daily no limit hold'em tournaments at 10:35 a.m. And then the buy-ins vary by day. Monday to Thursday, it's a $125 buy-in, and Friday to Sunday, it's a $150 buy-in. And each tournament offers a starting stack of 25,000 chips. Now, disclaimer, right? Obviously, tournament schedules can change, so it's advisable that you check with the respective poker rooms, official websites, and all of that. But
Amen.
yeah,
Thank you, Isaac. I appreciate those updates. And you know what? I just think it's fun to include some of those poker rooms that may not be running series because they matter too. That's more opportunity for us to play poker. So I like to get that information out there, get people informed of, those places have poker too, and maybe you just want a quiet night of poker off the strip somewhere like Red Rocks or South Point. So there you go. Over at Resorts World at 12:05 today is a $200 buy-in, 10K guarantee. And then at 7:05 is a $200 buy-in with a 5K guarantee. So that's what's going on over at Resorts World. Over at Caesar's Palace today, 10 a.m., $120 buy-in, $50 add-on, 15,000 starting stack, 20-minute blinds, $1,000 guarantee. Let me look. I hole punched. 2 p.m. is $160 buy-in, $50 add-on, 20K starting stack, 20-minute blinds, 2K guarantee. 6 p.m. over at Caesars is a $120 buy-in, $50 add-on, 15K starting stack, 20-minute blinds, $1,000 guarantee. 9 p.m. is a $160 buy-in, $50 add-on, 20K starting stack, 20-minute blind levels, 2K guarantee. So that's what's going on over at Caesars. Let me pull up um, over at South Point today is a 1010 no limit $120 buy-in 10K guarantee. At 2 p.m. is an Omaha 8 or better $120 buy-in 5K guarantee. At 6:10 p.m. is a no limit tournament $50 bounties. It's a $180 buy-in 10K guarantee. At 10:10 p.m., which is of course my favorite South Point tournament, is a $120 buy-in, 3K guarantee. That's the bewitching hour for us poker players that just want to have fun sometimes playing poker. And I guarantee you, when I'm in town, we're going to get a group of people to go over there at least once, if not twice or three times, to play some poker at South Point because we love Jason and his staff over there. Always are doing a good job. And, South Point just has a lot to offer. But, Isaac, I challenge you and anyone else that's going to be there during my time that we go over to Red Rocks and play a tournament.
I'm totally
Yeah,
with it as is. I've always wanted to go play cash there because I know can I go over there and play cash. So I'm definitely trying to go to Red Rock and see what's good.
Perfect. Go ahead, ASG. What were you going to say?
Yeah, I just wanted to clarify the summer kickoff. Um, so for the next 3 days, there's going to be two flights, one at 10:10 a.m., one at 6:10 p.m. for that summer kickoff tournament, which is a $300 buy-in, 200K guarantee. So um,
And
when
that's
you
at South Point, you guys. He's talking about
yeah,
South Point summer kickoffs.
yeah. So when you read that off, I just wanted to clarify that those were the first two flights of a multi-flight day one, with day two being on Friday.
Yes, sir. And those will be every day this week at those designated times that ASG just said. And again, it's a $300 buy-in over at South Point. So go see Jason and his staff over there, you guys. I guarantee you're going to have fun for sure. I wonder where Karen is this morning. She must have slept in this morning. She's one busy lady. She's trying to get ready to fly up east to her son's graduation. So that's exciting. And I'm sure she'll fill us in on that for sure when she gets back with us. I want to do some winners around town. Over at the Venetian, Patty Yamano was the winner via seven-way chop of event number 7, which was a $600 seniors deep stack, taking home over $16,898. No, that was the exact amount, not over. Exact amount. In second place was Jeff Yarchiva, who took home $16,716. Third place was Leon Simmons for $14,681. Fourth place was Eugene Tito, who took home $14,266. Terry Flesher took home fifth place for $14,170. Sixth place was David Plastic, who took home $12,252. And seventh place was Mark Bryan, who took home $12,090. And just for the fun of it, eighth place was Daniel LaCourse, who took home $3,622. Again, that was a seven-way chop at the seniors event at the Venetian. Congrats to Daniel Butler, who was also a winner of a three-way chop of event 11, which was a $250 no limit deep stack bounty tournament over at the Venetian. He took home $4,053 plus his bounties. Over at the Win, Quinn, I think it's Quinn Liu, um, was the winner of the Summer Classic $600 no limit tournament. He claimed victory via a two-way deal and took home $107,000. So congratulations to him. Congrats to Daniel Blum, who won the $1,100 limit deuce to seven triple draw event and took home $19,155. So congratulations to those winners around town. It's always fun to see who's doing what, and are they new names or are they people we know, or yeah, it's just kind of fun. Anybody got anything to add before I move on? All right, you guys. Yesterday we talked about dispensaries, and it was kind of brought up a little bit about oh, it looks like Isaac got booted again. He's going to be so frustrated. Um, we kind of touched for a moment on nightclubs, but I kind of let me get him back up here. Um, give him a moment to get in, and I'm going to go over some things about the nightclub life in Vegas. And poor Isaac's still trying to get in. Okay. And remember to double check the accuracy of the information I'm about to provide by going to the club's website and doing your own due diligence. But here's just some basic information to get you started. Okay. So, just some general information. General admission or cover charge for most nightclubs in Vegas are somewhere between $20 and $100 for men and $10 to $30 for women. The price can vary based on the night of the week, the DJ performer, or if it's a holiday weekend such as Memorial Day, 4th of July, Labor Day, New Year's Eve, etc. So you definitely want to check the website for their cover charges. What do you wear to Vegas nightclubs? Well, you know what? There's actually official Vegas nightclub dress codes, believe it or not. And some of those dress codes are going to tell you cannot wear baggy jeans, you cannot wear sports hats, except fedoras are usually okay. You cannot wear tennis shoes. You cannot wear shoes that are considered too sports like. So I guess my $1,000 Jordans aren't welcomed, but my 99-cent Walmart black shoes are. Um, Shorts are not welcome. Cutoffs are not welcome. Capris, I don't know what they have against, showing ankles, but capris are not welcome. Jerseys, I'm assuming they're meaning team jerseys, are not welcome. And beanies are not welcome. So definitely check the dress codes. If you're planning on going to a nightclub, get on their website, check out their cover charge, check out their dress codes, because you don't want to get there and be disappointed you can't get in because you didn't check that stuff out before you went. So definitely check their site. Okay, what time do Vegas nightclubs open? They open between 10 p.m. and 10:30 p.m. and most remain open until 4 a.m. Those are just some general guidelines. What time do DJs usually start to perform? You can expect a headliner DJ to go on between 1 a.m. and 1:30 a.m. and they'll usually play until 3 to 3:30 a.m. If there is a special performer, expect them to go on around 2 a.m. through and stay on until 3 a.m. There will be a closing DJ after the main performance until the clubs close. Again, those are general ideas and guidelines. How can I book bottle service in Las Vegas? The easiest way to do that is to go and contact the VIP host using the VIP host contact page and just fill out the form and your request. And it's sent actually to the actual host at the club. So you go on their website, contact the VIP, make VIP arrangements. So that'll all be set up so when you get there, it'll run smoothly. You're going to also receive an email with the direct contact information for last minute reservations. You'll never be asked to pay until you are sat at your table at the club. So remember that. Don't pay anything online. When you get to the club is when you're going to pay. There should be no booking fees as you are booking directly with the nightclub. There are no third-party services. So if you're trying to book something online and they're trying to, charge you some booking fee or something, you're not on the actual nightclub site. Get off of whatever site you're on and go to the actual nightclub site so you don't have those extra fees. Okay, what else are we going to cover? Oh, let me give you some names of some nightclubs. And if you know some we need to add to this list, I want you to, if you're not already got a microphone, I want you to come up and tell us what we need to add to this list, okay? So, I guess it's Live or Live nightclub at Fontainebleau. It has 50K. It's a 50,000 square foot nightclub. It's open Friday, Saturday, and Sunday open. That's at the Fontainebleau Hotel Casino. Zouk, ZOUK nightclub is at Resorts World. It's the most technologically advanced club in Vegas, and I would imagine it's because it's one of the newest ones. It is 36,000 square feet. It's open Thursday, Friday, and Saturday only. Excess nightclub is at the Wynn. It's a 40,000 square foot club. On Sunday nights, it transforms into a night swim, an epic pool party. It's open Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. Omnia, oh, I'm sure I'm not pronouncing that correctly. OMNIA nightclub is located at Caesar's Palace, and it has 75,000 square feet in that club. It's divided into three. There's a main room, and it has a massive dance floor. There's a hip hop club and a rooftop terrace. That's over at Caesar's Palace. Hackensack nightclub is located at the MGM Grand. It is 80,000 square feet. It boasts a huge dance floor with state-of-the-art production and EDM performances. That one's open Thursday, Friday, Saturday. The Marquee nightclub is located at the Cosmopolitan. It is a 60,000 square foot club. It's open on Wednesdays. It's let's see, on Wednesdays, I guess you'll have access to the library on Wednesdays. So they're open Wednesday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. You notice I didn't say Thursday. Wednesday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. Tao nightclub at the Venetian is a 40,000 square foot nightclub. It's open Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. The Encore Beach Club at night is, of course, located at the Encore, 40,000 square feet, open Wednesday, Friday, Saturday. And the Jewel Nightclub, which is located at the Aria, is 24,000 square feet. And I'm sorry, I don't know when it's open. I guess it was either listed or I just didn't include that. Sorry, folks. I did this way back probably 2 months ago, so I would be ahead of the game as far as information for this show. So, anyway, anybody want to add anything? Have you been to any of those clubs, Isaac or ASG or anyone else? Want to give us your opinion? Go ahead.
Haven't been to any of the clubs personally. Not really my vibe. Though I always hear about Dre's at the Cromwell. I noticed
Okay,
they do a lot. They do a lot of shows there. A lot of live shows happen at Dre's.
very good. I'm trying to write that
But
down.
yeah, outside of that though, not really. I remember last year when we had the Poker Go NFT Championship.
Right?
Um, I think Jonathan Little and all of them were going to the one at the Win. I heard a lot of people talking about going to the one at the Win. So that one
Got it.
might be pretty poppin'. And Zook over at Resorts World is very popular. That
That's what
one's on
I've
a
heard
lot of
too.
a lot of influencers mention that club.
I've heard that as well. So there's a good list of nightclubs, and I will post them like I did the dispensaries. I posted the dispensaries that we talked about yesterday up in the jumbotron. Tomorrow I will post the nightclubs, and we're going to talk about karaoke and pickleball here in a minute too. And I will post those tomorrow as well, so people will have those lists to go by as a reference to look up those places online and gather their own information. So I'm going to move on to karaoke in Las Vegas because we have about 10 minutes before Lincoln Terrell's going to join us. And we're going to talk about Phenom Poker app and his experience with that app and see if we can't kind of figure out what's going on. I've been confused by his manifesto type the postings he's been making. It's been a bit confusing and hard to follow. So maybe we can get some clarity on that situation. Okay, karaoke in Vegas. Of course, we all love Ellis Island. Last year we went out, Matt Savage invited us and made reservations for us to be over at Ellis Island for karaoke night. And we had a absolute blast with him and everybody that showed up. Tons of fun. So, of course, our number one pick, at least for me and a lot of people here in Spaces, is Ellis Island for karaoke. Uh, Another place on my list is Camus, which is Ultra Karaoke, which is located in the Grand Canal Shops at the Venetian. There's 40 private, uniquely themed rooms to rent to karaoke with your friends. The largest room holds 40 people. You can reserve it online and prepare to pay a deposit. Visit their website to verify this information and obtain more info. That's Camus over at the Venetian or over at the Grand Canal Shops. Go ahead, Mod Father. Welcome.
Yeah, the you don't want to go to Ellis Island. Trust me, that place is a mess.
We love Ellis Island. Don't be talking Ellis Island.
They're doing a whole renovation. You got to go through like the where the rooms are. You got to go through this back way. I like Ellis Island too. I was hanging out with Alan Kessler over there. We were eating barbecue and playing slots together last summer. But I'm telling you right now, it's a mess. So I'm just giving
Okay,
you everybody a heads up.
I do agree with you. When I was there in December, they had just started that construction. And what they do is they like work in one area of the building. And so when you're in the casino, they like are rerouting you around the construction and it's almost like you're in a haunted house, right? When you're a kid and you're going through all these halls,
I thought it
wondering.
was an escape. I thought it was an escape room, Sherry.
Yeah, exactly. You're wondering like where are you going to end up at? Like where are they taking me? Where am I going to end up at? Is it where I want to be or do I have to go back? Or you're right. It is kind of a shit show and I don't know what it's like right now because I was there in December, but you are right. They are under construction.
I got to send some of my scouts over there to see what's going on. I know it has a lot to do with them and their beef with Formula One. So hopefully they figured it out and everything's goody by now. Because I definitely need to go at least
No,
have
it's
some
not.
ribs there.
I
Oh, Mod,
think they're
wait, Modfather, we can't hear you. You're cutting out. Modfather, we cannot hear you. Are you on a headset or something, Modfather?
no, I'm not on a headset.
Okay. Go ahead, try it again. We cannot hear you. Sorry, bud. All right, I'm going to keep moving along. Maybe he'll get that figured out and come back and let us know what he was telling us. Asa Karaoke is on 953 Sahara Avenue. It is a Korean style karaoke lounge with both private rooms and Western style open karaoke area. They serve authentic Korean bar food and drinks. That's Asa Karaoke. Over at Harrah's, Las Vegas, um, they have a piano bar. Which, if you ever walk through the one of the main doors into Harrah's, you can hear that piano bar is always a lit place to be. And they don't always have karaoke, but they do at on special days or whatever. But they also have dueling pianos. So whether you're going there for karaoke or the dueling pianos, I think Harrah's is a fun place to go as a group because it's pretty lively. So anybody else have any other karaoke spots they want to add to this? Let me know. Isaac ASG.
Nope, you got them.
All right, bud. All right, let's talk about pickleball in Las Vegas. Pickleball, that seems to be a popular thing these days. Everybody wants to play pickleball. Go ahead, Isaac. Isaac. Oh, all right. Be reminded, double check the information. This list that I'm about to read from is from localadventure.com. There are also some indoor courts. So please research if you want to play indoors or outdoors. Some of the data I was collecting a couple months ago, and there, is one place that's in the middle of, pardon me, in the middle of building 40 courts for July only. So you really just need to look stuff up. So one place to play pickleball is Sunset Park. They have 24 courts and 4 are designated for pickleball league. They're open from 6 a.m. to 11 p.m. They do have lights at dusk. Free unless you reserve. Then you're paying $6 per hour if you reserve, and it is recommended that you reserve. So go to their website. That is Sunset Park. Another place to play is Durango Hills Park. And I three-hole punched this paper, so I cut out the place where it tells me how many courts they have. So they're over from 7 a.m. to 11 p.m. They do have lights at dusk. It is free of charge, but their leagues definitely have priority. And I want to say it looks like they may have 7 courts. But again, I three-hole punched and cut out that part of the description. Another place you could play pickleball in Vegas would be Black Mountain Recreation Center. They have 6 courts. They're as of 4/2/25, 12 are under construction. They're open 6 a.m. to 10 p.m. They are free, but you can rent them for $8 per hour. So get the information on their website. That is Black Mountain Recreation Center. That's actually in Henderson. The rest of them have been in Las Vegas. The Horseshoe Las Vegas has pickleball courts that are free to guests, $25 non hotel guests. And I don't know if that's $25 an hour or $25 for half day or whatever. So check their site. That's Horseshoe Las Vegas. They have 14 courts that are open 8 a.m. to 10 p.m. Again, check their site. The Plaza Hotel and Casino, um, they have 12 courts that are open 9 a.m. to 7 p.m. Free to hotel guests, $15 to night. Non guests, $10 for Nevada residents. That's the Plaza Hotel. So there's some places that you can play karaoke. If you have played not karaoke, pickleball, if you've played pickleball and know of any other courts or can recommend one of these courts, let us know and we'll be sure to include that information. Now, I see that it's just before our time that Lincoln is supposed to join us. And so, anybody have anything they want to talk about while we wait for him to join us? Isaac, are you there? Poor Isaac. Go ahead, Modfather. Are you there? Is anybody there? Or are we just glitching today? I think we're glitching. I think everybody's having an issue. Isaac, can you hear me, buddy? Poor Isaac. You know he's getting frustrated as hell. How annoying. I don't know what is going on with I'm getting a message from Lincoln. Give me 1 second. I am trying to text Lincoln. And let's see what we can do here. There you are, Lincoln. Let me give you a microphone. Are you back, Isaac?
I hope so.
Good grief, dude. I feel bad for you.
I feel bad for me.
Are you in your car or are you like stationary?
Stationary, but yet it feels like I'm unstationary. I don't know what's going on with my Wi-Fi.
Let me ask you this, and I'm only asking this because I'm just curious as to what's going on with Twitter. So, are you trying, while you're on the space, are you trying to do other stuff on your phone?
No, actually, I had to close all of my apps, and I'm
Okay.
still struggling. It's kind of
All
weird.
right.
Been happening to me for like the last couple of days. I don't know what if some new update came in or whatnot,
Yeah.
but not liking it at all. Not liking it at all.
No, and that's why I'm asking you questions because it's the same thing for me. I wasn't using any other, yesterday I was using apps or trying to read DMs or whatever. And then there was a time when I wasn't, and it still was kicking me. So I'm just curious as to, when it's happening or when it's not happening.
Every minute, I'm getting a reconnection like prompt, and then a couple of
Oh,
times I've just been booted from X. I don't want to restart it all because then who knows how long I'll be out for. But yeah, anyway, let's get to the guests. Thank you very much for checking in with me.
absolutely, Isaac. And welcome, Lincoln. How are you?
Hello, I'm doing well. Hold on one second. I don't know why. Silence that phone. Sorry about that. Instantly, whenever you spoke to me, something rang on my secondary phone. I'm doing
No,
well. Yourself?
I'm doing well, thanks. I want to kind of make a general statement and then we're going to get started, okay?
Sure.
And I first of all, I want to point out that I absolutely have no dog in this race. And I'm genuinely interested in knowing what's going on, not only for myself, but for the poker community's sake. There's not going to be any personal attacks. We're just going to be laying out facts or point of views as Lincoln sees it because it's his story. Lincoln is a former employee of Phenom Poker, and I'm going to interview Lincoln, and I ask that we don't interrupt, so that we can cut, because it is kind of a story that's kind of all over the place. And so I kind of want us to get a timeline. So just write down your questions, and we will have a question and answer period at some point. Maybe every so often I'll stop and say, okay, anybody got questions? Just so that we can kind of get an organized timeline first, because I think, like me, most of the listeners have no clue. And so I think we first have to get some kind of timeline out there, and then we'll get into the nitty gritty um, of what you want to talk about, Lincoln. So in October, um, of 2024, Lincoln actually DM'd me and asked me if I wanted to join the poker, the Phenom Poker site. And of course, you guys all know that I'm not really an online poker player. I'll play from time to time if my arm is twisted. So, anyway, which I declined. But Lincoln, jog my memory. Have we ever met in person or played on the felt together?
I, I'm certain at some point. So all the way back to 2013, I've been playing live in Vegas off and on. I did take the last out of the last 6 years, 5 of them I was not playing live or online poker until about a year and a half ago. Um, that's kind of actually where this story will start is when I came back to playing poker a year and a half ago. But I think we should give a lead up to that, which is I can give the brief summary in like 30 seconds. So 4 years ago, 4 years ago, I started in this chapter of my life. 4 years ago, I got out of rehab for opiate addiction, opiates, um, and started to put my life back together. I don't know if we want to go beyond
Well, I'm
backwards
going to
from
just,
there.
I honestly, I don't even think that's necessary.
It
Let me
is,
just,
it is, it
well,
is, it is, it is because the first thing that you're gonna see when you go any deeper into this is it's necessary in the fact that that's the first thing that I told Joe Weinberger when he asked me to help him build the brand Phenom Poker.
okay,
Um,
time out. Let's just, and I say this because I'm just trying to zone in on how we got to where we're at today. And we don't necessarily need every nitty gritty detail, but we need um, some details to get us to where we are today. So if you don't mind, just let me drive for a minute and have you answer some questions that I think we can maybe zoom along sort of and get to where we're at today. So just bear with me. So you started working for Phenom when? A year ago?
No. That's why it's important to hear the whole thing. So if you're not going to let me tell you the whole
Go ahead.
story, then
Go ahead.
I'm not
No,
interested
go
in
right
even
ahead.
participating.
Well, you stop. So go ahead. Tell us whatever you want to tell us. But we have to have
So
some timeline because we are in the dark.
you have to stop talking for me to be able to talk to give you a timeline. I don't want to participate in this show. You're a fucking weird lady. Bye.
Thank you, Lincoln, for absolutely nothing and proving Phenom's point, probably. Appreciate you.
Whoa, that escalated fucking quickly.
Well, and you know what? I think that was the purpose, right? I'm going to be real honest with everyone. Um, he has been all over Facebook writing manifestos of his interpretation, his story, his comments about what has and hasn't happened with Phenom. And that was part of why I reached out to him. Because when you read what he's writing, it's all over the place. And like, zoom in on the facts and tell us the facts. And because some of the peripheral really isn't that important. What are the facts? Why do you think there are red flags? Like, inform the public. Like, is it about him or is it about Phenom? I'm not sure. But I'm going to tell you, there's a lot of great names associated with Phenom Poker. And I think they deserve to have their say, to say what they think or not think about the situation. But if I were them, I would keep my mouth shut. I wouldn't say anything in the public.
I don't think they need to at this point if this is how dude is. So, you have a choice that if you really want to use a platform, right, to speak your truth, you can do that and you can do it in a civilized manner. He was about.
Isaac, you cut out. You cut out, Isaac.
Of course I did. Oh boy, today. Today's that day. Today's that day.
That's all right. No worries. Absolutely no worries. All right, let's go back to our coverage. Anybody else have anything they want to bring up? If not, I'm going to go play with my granddaughter and enjoy the rest of my day. Isaac, I appreciate you. I'm sorry you've been having so much trouble this morning. And ASG, I know you're working and Brad's working and everybody's working this morning. Appreciate you. Have a great day. We'll see you back here tomorrow, everybody.